You've secured your reservation, selected your seat, and now you're confronting the reality of 14 grueling hours in economy class. The mere thought sends aches through your knees, and that restless child seated behind you, already practicing their percussion routine against your seat back. It appears to be a slow-motion disaster unfolding, yet it absolutely doesn't have to unfold that way. This isn't a tribute to premium cabins. It's a comprehensive survival manual for conquering extended economy flights without deplaning rigid, exhausted, or harboring violent thoughts toward your tray table. What follows represents battle-tested wisdom from seasoned travelers who've navigated this ordeal countless times: strategic eating schedules, genuine sleep techniques, essential item placement, and methods to prevent your limbs from fossilizing. We're addressing every crucial detail. Let's begin with the fundamental mistake most passengers make before even stepping aboard: nutrition strategy. If you're banking on airline cuisine to sustain you through a transcontinental marathon, prepare for disappointment. These meals arrive oversalted, artificially processed, and inevitably at the most inconvenient moments. 5 hours post-departure, precisely when your stomach finally ceased its protests. This explains why curating your own provisions becomes essential. While taste matters, autonomy reigns supreme. You control your consumption timing and choices. During extended flights, this autonomy becomes invaluable, particularly when your body battles dehydrated cabin air, irregular pressurization, and a completely disrupted circadian rhythm. Select foods your digestive system can process effortlessly, perhaps dried fruits for natural sweetness, reliable options like wholesome granola bars, or substantial choices like nut butter sandwiches for sustained energy. The objective isn't creating a banquet, it's maintaining equilibrium and comfort by hour 9, avoiding bloating or desperate carbonated beverage interventions. Decline the complimentary offerings. Those innocent-seeming pretzels and chips become moisture thieves in such arid conditions, dehydrating you faster than anticipated. Here's veteran traveler intelligence. On flights exceeding 12 hours, consume one substantial meal. For 8 or 9-hour journeys, sometimes abstain entirely. The reasoning? Landing slightly hungry assists your body's adjustment to new time zones. A simple yet effective jet lag countermeasure that proves especially beneficial for intermittent fasting practitioners. Never compromise on hydration. Water consumption becomes your primary strategy. Bypass sodas and coffee, maintain steady plain water intake from departure to arrival. This keeps digestion functioning, mental clarity sharp, and post-landing recovery significantly smoother. Therefore, when packing essentials, don't focus solely on chargers and entertainment. Those strategic snacks might represent the small investment that salvages your entire journey. Most travelers carry empty containers for post-security filling. Intelligent approach, but consider this enhancement: wide-mouth thermal bottles. They accomplish everything plastic bottles can while offering superior benefits. They maintain temperature, hold greater volumes, and accommodate hot beverages or soups. Many long-haul galleys feature hot water dispensers, transforming your thermal bottle into a tea vessel or instant oatmeal preparation station. No more requesting tiny cups from crew members hourly. Remember, cabin atmosphere remains severely dehydrated. It leaves passengers not merely thirsty, but genuinely depleted, as though your skin endured 8 hours in industrial dehydration equipment while your vitality vanished somewhere above the Pacific. Without proactive measures, you won't simply arrive tired. You'll arrive completely drained. Abandon flimsy containers and invest in equipment that genuinely supports hydration and helps preserve your humanity upon disembarkation. Achieving rest in economy class resembles attempting slumber within a vibrating shopping cart. Yet several strategic adjustments can dramatically transform this challenge. Start by mastering your headrest mechanics. Most seats feature adjustable wings or sliding panels. Exploit this engineering. Securing your head's position eliminates those jarring bobblehead movements that fragment sleep every few minutes. Claim the provided airline pillow, but resist conventional neck placement. Position it behind your lower spine for immediate lumbar reinforcement that maintains spinal alignment throughout extended periods. For aisle or middle seat occupants, explore beneath armrests. Many feature concealed release mechanisms. A single discreet click can unlock surprising lean space or additional stretching room, particularly valuable when traveling alongside familiar companions. Regarding neck support accessories, most passengers employ them incorrectly. Rotate your pillow so the densest section cradles your chin. This prevents forward head pitching during rest cycles. Still struggling for optimal positioning? Consider wraparound designs like Bikazi or Huzi Infinity models. They provide comprehensive 360-degree support without forcing unnatural head-forward postures. Never underestimate quality eye protection. Standard airline offerings barely diminish smartphone screen glare. Invest in complete light-blocking coverage that hovers above eyelids without pressure. Complete your sanctuary with a personal travel blanket or substantial scarf, cleaner, warmer, and more reliable than whatever may or may not be distributed. Quality rest becomes achievable. These minor enhancements transform absolutely impossible into, surprisingly, I captured several solid hours. A genuine victory at cruising altitude. Noise-canceling technology isn't mere luxury during extended flights. It's operationally essential. Envision 10 hours of relentless engine harmonics, infant distress calls 3 rows distant, action sequences blasting from neighboring devices without headphones, plus your seatmate's enthusiastic respiratory symphony featuring sinus accompaniment. While you cannot regulate cabin acoustics, you absolutely control your auditory environment. Premium active noise cancellation doesn't merely muffle disturbances. It constructs tranquil pockets that settle your nervous system, enabling physical relaxation pathways. Prefer avoiding bulky over-ear designs? Foam earplugs remain compact, economical, and remarkably effective at softening harsh impacts and crashes into gentle, distant whispers, sufficient for concentration, drowsiness, or maintaining psychological equilibrium. Should takeoff or descent trigger that stabbing sensation behind your eyes, you're experiencing pressure accumulation. Ear coverage helps, alongside deliberate yawning, gentle swallowing, or gum chewing for equalization. Minor interventions, substantial relief. You don't require extensive technological arsenals, just one effective sensory guardian. 30,000 feet represents the absolute worst location for unavoidable acoustic assault. Pack your tranquility in whatever form suits you. Your nervous system will express profound gratitude. Envision this scenario. You finally achieve sleep, headphones humming, mask perfectly positioned, neck support optimized, when gentle tapping interrupts. Seatbelt verification. Frustrating yet entirely preventable. The solution remains elegantly simple. Secure your belt over blankets or jackets, never beneath. This appears slightly unconventional, but demonstrates compliance to crew members, preventing awakening during turbulence inspections. They observe, acknowledge, continue onward while you maintain dream states. Apply identical strategy during meal service. If declining food, lower your tray before sleep on set. Crew members can quietly leave water or bypass entirely without ceremonial disruption. Incorporate visual signals. Hood raised, mask worn, screens darkened. This communicates to your subconscious mind and curious neighbors that silence hours have commenced, not conversation time. During extended flights, rest isn't fortunate coincidence. It's carefully orchestrated performance. Fewer interruption invitations dramatically improve your odds of awakening genuinely refreshed. At cruising altitude, every uninterrupted moment holds tremendous value. Protect them zealously. Subsequently arrives post-landing revelation. Glancing downward reveals ankles resembling water balloons. That puffy, rigid sensation isn't merely uncomfortable. It's your body signaling dramatically reduced circulation during hours of compressed positioning. Typically, this resolves after walking periods, but underlying risks remain genuine. Compromised circulation during lengthy flights can contribute toward blood clot formation, including serious deep vein thrombosis cases. Your most effective defense? Graduated compression hosiery. These apply gentle, measured pressure that encourages blood return toward your heart rather than permitting lower extremity pooling. They're lightweight, breathable, and considerably more comfortable than anticipated. Not exclusively for elderly travelers or those with medical considerations. Experienced flyers across all age ranges endorse them. Even physically fit 30-year-olds notice significant differences, especially when cabins run cold and calves begin tingling. Additional benefit, they prevent the notorious footwear no longer fits arrival problem. If you've ever loosened laces or shuffled barefoot due to mid-flight swelling, you understand this predicament. One pair, worn pre-boarding, forgotten until touchdown. Subtle yet powerful intervention. Don't merely pack them, wear them consistently. Your circulation system and future self will express deep appreciation. Cabin atmospheric conditions exhibit dramatic personality shifts. Frigid during pushback, humid an hour later, somehow simultaneously both during descent. That runway-appropriate ensemble you admired in mirrors? It rapidly loses appeal when you're shivering beneath air vents. Fashion-forward passengers often prove least comfortable by hour 3. Dress for environmental reality, not social media documentation. Consider soft, breathable lower garments, comfortable joggers or relaxed athletic wear, lightweight shirts plus zip-up hoodies or cardigans for temperature fluctuation management. Never underestimate oversized scarf potential. Quality large scarves function as Swiss Army accessories, blankets, neck wraps, eye covers, and improvised pillows within single packable items. What to avoid? Restrictive denim, substantial belts, and metal-heavy accessories that earn extended security screening attention. You don't want to spend boarding time adjusting waistbands or perspiring through layers before locating your seat. Dress prioritizing circulation, comfort, and psychological well-being. When seatbelt signals remain illuminated and air quality deteriorates, nobody evaluates your fashion choices, except to envy your sustained comfort levels and genuine smile. When your knees surrender to stiffness, toes begin their tingling protest, and your lower spine lodges formal grievances. This isn't simple discomfort. It's your physiology sounding urgent alarms. Initiate movement. During transcontinental journeys, remaining stationary isn't merely exhausting. It's genuinely dangerous. Blood circulation stagnates within extremities, articulation points calcify, and vascular flow reduces to minimal functioning. Mobility isn't optional luxury. It's fundamental survival protocol. Every 60 to 90 minutes, rise, navigate toward galley areas, and complete leisurely circuits. Even subtle motions, elevating arms, rotating torso, rotating cervical vertebrae, reminds your organism it isn't freight cargo. Seasoned travelers discreetly perform squats near lavatory facilities. Nobody scrutinizes these actions, and they're the passengers who disembark with functional joint systems. Trapped beside windows or constrained by slumbering neighbors. You're not exempt from responsibility. Rotate ankles systematically, contract and extend digits, roll shoulders deliberately, activate core muscles, and elevate each knee while maintaining seated positions. Microscopic movements accumulate significantly. One frequently overlooked resource. Numerous airlines embed guided stretching sequences within wellness or travel guidance sections of seatback entertainment systems. This may initially seem somewhat ridiculous, but after 10 hours, your spinal column will express profound gratitude. Immobility appears innocuous until your musculoskeletal system voices strong objections. Maintain circulation patterns and arrive feeling humanly functional rather than resembling compressed promotional literature. Traveling with children? Abandon perfectionist expectations immediately. Genuine success means achieving intermittent tranquility periods. Begin with recognizable comfort elements. Their preferred snacks, home-scented blankets, that mysteriously sleep-inducing stuffed companion. Within unfamiliar environments, familiar sensory cues provide grounding stability. Audio considerations prove equally crucial. Appropriately sized noise-canceling headphones don't merely enhance cartoon experiences, they significantly reduce environmental chaos. Decreased auditory assault translates to fewer emotional breakdowns and improved napping opportunities for everyone involved. Pack backup clothing options, perhaps multiple sets. Beverages possess uncanny attraction to light-colored fabrics, while sanitation wipes address virtually every conceivable situation. When traveling with partners, establish rotation strategies, alternate responsibilities, maintain brief shifts, grant each other 10-minute respite intervals for personal decompression or peaceful scrolling. Those minimal breaks can restore patience reserves more effectively than any caffeine intervention. When turbulence disrupts carefully planned schedules, and it inevitably will, resist panic responses. You're not experiencing failure. You're demonstrating remarkable courage. Despite potential chaos and noise levels, you're expanding your child's worldview. The objective isn't flawless execution. It's successful arrival with sufficient emotional reserves remaining for destination enjoyment. You absolutely possess these capabilities. Motion discomfort isn't exclusively novice territory. It affects everyone. Inexperienced passengers, frequent travelers, even crew members during challenging weather conditions. More frequently, it concerns positioning rather than anxiety or dietary choices. Consult any flight attendant. Optimal ride comfort occurs at window seats positioned over wing structures, near aircraft balance points. You'll still experience movement, but it registers as gentle swaying rather than abrupt dropping sensations. Window perspectives provide visual horizon references, helping neural processing synchronize with inner ear equilibrium. The disconnect between visual and physical sensations generates nausea responses. Tail sections? Those represent turbulence playgrounds, amplified movements with exaggerated responses. Some passengers deliberately select rear seating for contingency access to restroom facilities. But this strategy frequently produces counterproductive results. Greater wing distance means increased tail oscillation proximity, plus closer engine noise and occasional aromatic disturbances, precisely the combination your digestive system abhors. Seats positioned above engines may appear stable, but their constant low-frequency vibrations gradually exhaust certain travelers. Even aisle positions present complications. No stabilizing horizon for visual anchoring, plus constant parades of service carts, passenger feet, and screen illumination can overwhelm sensory processing. When queasiness emerges, deploy targeted interventions, direct air ventilation toward facial areas, close eyes while controlling breathing patterns, and observe crew member composure. Tranquility proves contagious. Motion sensitivity isn't embarrassing, and with intelligent seating selection, steadier visual references, and several pocket techniques, it needn't commandeer your flight experience. You can touch down with mental clarity intact, possibly proud you avoided requiring those small emergency bags. Here we conclude. You've optimized your nutrition strategy, selected rational seating, mastered rest techniques, learned circulation maintenance, hydration protocols, and motion sickness management without theatrical complications. 14 hours in economy class will never qualify as luxurious, yet it doesn't require misery classification. It becomes manageable, strategic, perhaps even, dare we suggest, reasonably pleasant. Next time someone complains, "I cannot endure extended flights," you'll possess superior knowledge. You've acquired the techniques, equipment, and insider wisdom typically shared only after journeys go catastrophically wrong. If this provided enhanced control over your upcoming adventures, engage positively, share your preferred strategies and responses, and subscribe for additional notifications. We're delivering more straightforward travel intelligence continuously. Until then, safe airways, restorative sleep, and may your next flight experience feel 3 hours briefer than chronometers indicate. Subscribe and join the hidden world of flights. Safe travels.